Menopausal and perimenopausal women, listen up. It's time to take control of your health and comfort, and Winona is here to help. Winona is a telemedicine company for menopause care who believes that your symptoms are real, important, and deserve to be taken seriously. And for many women, this starts with hormone replacement therapy. Winona's HRT is made with plant-based, bioidentical hormones rather than synthetic ones, so it better aligns with your body to offer relief from hot flashes, weight gain, and other uncomfortable symptoms. 80% of women who use Winona find relief within just 90 days. So, what are you waiting for? Get started today. Visit buywinona.com today to start your free visit. With free shipping and the ability to pause or cancel at any time, your path to wellness has zero obligations. Use code SPRING24 at buywinona.com for 25% off your first treatment plan. That's BYWINONA.com for 25% off. Winona. Menopause care made easy. Summer is the season of hot temperatures, outdoor adventures, and refreshing water activities. Summer is also the season of rough on your feet, causing dry, cracked heels and toes. Introducing Babyfoot, the original exfoliation foot peel that contains 16 natural extracts formulated to remove dead skin cells in 3 easy steps. Apply the booties, relax for an hour, then wash your feet. In 14 days, you've got baby smooth skin and your feet have never been softer. Letting dead skin cells build up over time is hazardous to your foot health. Our professional-grade DIY products, like our original exfoliation foot peel, our men's foot peel, or our moisturizing mask, are some of the best foot care products on the market, created with your foot health in mind. Pamper yourself with a spa day from the comfort and convenience of your own home with Babyfoot. If you want a chemical-free, easy-to-use exfoliating process from the company that created the original foot peel, it's time to treat yourself to Babyfoot. Go to babyfoot.com and use the code SUMMERFEET24 and get 20% off your first order with Babyfoot. That's babyfoot.com and use the code SUMMERFEET24.
Hello, and welcome to Too Stupid to Live, a podcast that reviews romance novels $5 and under. I'm your host, Becky Feldman, and this is the dawning of the Age of Aquarium, because that is the locale of where today's book takes place. Now, okay, don't get your snorkeling gear on just yet, because I am not implying that today's book is a love story between a stingray and an anemone. No, today's book is a contemporary human romance that just happens to have an aquarium vaguely involved in the plot. My guests and I are reviewing Kiss Me at Midnight by Lucinda Whitney, which is currently $3.99. And my guest today is someone that I've known out here in Los Angeles for a while. We met in the improv world way back when. She is so funny and smart and is such a delight whenever I run into her. Actress and comedian and, compared to me, a fish aficionado, if you will. Renie Rivas is here. And like the glass barricades in aquariums, I'm going to be transparent with you. This book wasn't our favorite, but that does not mean we didn't have the best time discussing it. So please enjoy this review of Kiss Me at Midnight. Okay. Oh my God. Back from a sore throat. Back from having your book stolen by a human. Renie, welcome to...
And still I rise.
She's still here after all of this opposition that you have faced. Welcome.
I am so happy to be here in my living room, but with you.
Aw, you're so sweet. I'm happy to be here in what is technically my living room, my bathroom, my bedroom, all the room, kitchen. It's all this.
Same.
Oh,
girl.
you live
I
in
was just elevating my experience, but it's
wow. Look at that. I should do that. I should copy. Be like, yeah, this is the East Wing.
It is.
It's the East Wing of my apartment.
If we go to the West Wing, we get yelled at by a beast man.
It's true.
So we have to stay here.
Or I thought you were going to say President Bartlett. I don't know if you... I thought this was... But yeah, no, the West Wing is... The Beauty and the Beast is such a better reference. I don't know why my brain was like, Aaron Sorkin. Yeah, for sure.
We could learn how to write by watching his masterclass.
Honestly, I think I need to. Because I don't know about you, but you're in Hollywood. We're in this industry. We're on strike. What are we doing with ourselves? I don't know.
What else is there to do but learn how to walk fast and talk about our middling problems as women?
Yes. Yeah. And make like references.
From a master.
Yeah. Make references that I don't understand, because that's, that's how they do it.
Well, you've already succeeded because the Sorkin reference went over me anyway.
I don't know. That was years ago when I watched West Wing. Anyway, but like other than the existential dread I think every creative person is facing every single day ever since creativity was started on this planet, how are you? How are you doing?
I'm okay. How about you?
I'm doing okay. We just came back from a long weekend. We've, talking about a book that I'm just going to go out and say wasn't my favorite, but for the first time, I know.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving, going to my kitchen.
Unless you loved it. Here's the thing. I mean, whenever I like do a show and I like have a guest and we're like talking about a book and blah, 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 like I'll like, I come in with like preconceived notions of like, okay, I don't know if it was my favorite or I liked it. And then usually like after the show's over, I'm either like, okay, I can see maybe it wasn't my favorite, or I fucking love this thing and I will love it till I die. So that could happen. Anything could happen. But before that.
That's so exciting. So much more exciting than this book.
Speaking of exciting, I had asked you what subgenre like you wanted me to find. And you were like something with aquariums. So I gotta ask, dude, aquariums. Tell me where it started. Tell me everything about like what is it about, like why you answered like something with aquariums.
Yes, dude. Yes, dude.
Nice dude.
So during the pandemic, I was living alone and single, and I really wanted another heartbeat in my studio, my kitchen, my living room. It's a square. It's a square.
Yeah.
And there's no other humans or animals in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, what's a low maintenance heartbeat? What can I order in the mail?
Whoa.
I ordered fish in the mail and got obsessed. I watched all the YouTube videos, made all the mistakes that I may share with you. I might have to keep some to myself. Because they're not easy, but I really grew to love it, and I would say I'm a hobbyist now.
That's awesome.
I think of buying groceries or possibly ordering a new fish. Like that's the point I'm at in this strike realness. In the struggle, do I get fish to eat or fish to love? We just have to find out week by week. When's the strike over?
I don't know, but life is full of surprises.
Yes.
I am actually like loving this. Like, so like how has like, can I say you're a fish owner? Can I say you're a fish head? No, that's not it.
I like
fish
the
head.
ice cream.
Yeah.
Fish food.
Fish food's great.
The band, I don't know.
Their studio albums are pretty listenable, but that's in 2004. Anyway, okay. Wait, what was I saying? So you're a fish head, capital F. Like how, like what is it about it? Is it like a relaxing, cathartic experience? Is there something like therapeutic about it?
I've described this to other people before in a way that sounds less creepy than what I'm about to say. What I'm about to say is I'm a voyeur. I like to eavesdrop, and I like to watch people.
Sure.
And fish, they live in your God box. You have to make them an ecosystem, and you can observe their life. You can watch them. You can see them go under a leaf. Oh, look what you did today. It's a leaf day. And you can feed them and observe how they behave. I love it.
You are literally playing, like, I mean, and I mean this in the best way possible. You're playing God. Like, this
Isn't
is
it
you.
Fun?
Yeah.
You should play God once in a while. I mean, don't go all in. Just dabble.
So did you get like a huge, like, do you have like a big fish tank now?
It's a positive and a negative that I'm not actually allowed to have big fish tanks in my apartment.
Oh, okay.
So the positive is, well, I'm not going to drain the building of their electricity. uh, using motors on multiple tanks. But the downside is I have a 20-gallon aquarium, and we're only supposed to have 10-gallon aquariums.
Wow.
And it occurred to me that if somebody ever comes in here to inspect, all they have to do is take half the water out. Look, it's 10 gallons.
Yeah. Just dump it out in the bathtub.
Half the water. Perfect. So I only have 2 tanks right now, but it's a blessing. It's probably for the best.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to ask a question. I don't mean for it to sound like insulting or anything, but like, one,
no.
do your fish have names? And like, do you think they have personalities? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, do you think like, is there a fight? Do you have a feisty one and one who's like the peacekeeper fish? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. So not having a neocortex will limit your engagement with your human owner.
Great. Okay.
There's food, there's movement, there's shelter. That's pretty much what they're in charge of.
Mm-hmm.
Being fed, pooping, hiding. But I have a Malabar pufferfish, and he is really, really full of personality. You could be across the room, across my manor, all the way across, 10 feet away, at the end of my abode.
With the binoculars looking over. Yeah.
Who is that? Who is my fishy friend from afar is giving me dead eyes. Like, he will stare me in the eyes from across the room.
And so he wants to kill his god, is essentially what you're saying.
At some point, children always want to kill God.
Sure.
You know, he's at that developmental stage.
Sure.
But if I leave my place and I don't feed him right before I leave, he, what's it called when sharks swarm? I guess swarm. He starts swarming. Like, you gave me no worms. And he'll spin around like, no, because he sees me leaving. So that's pretty high concept. He knows I'm leaving.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, I think that's like really, and I am very manipulative, but I don't mean it like as like human manipulative, you know, like it's like a fish version of manipulation, which I'm like, that's really, there's a level of intelligence with that.
Absolutely. I'm not ashamed to tell you I've been pwned. He used to play chicken with me because feeding live food is expensive, and I would have dead food in the freezer, and I'd bring him a dead worm or a dead snail, and he'd pick at it and look at me and go, no, I can wait. I'll wait as long as I have to, because I know you don't want me to die, and you'll get me something that's living so I could kill it. And I was so sick of playing chicken, I gave in, and he just eats live food now.
Oh my God.
I was so sick of this game. I hated it.
Does he have a name?
Well, I only recently realized I've been misgendering him for a year.
Oh boy, no wonder.
Yeah.
Someone's mad.
Oh, that's why he's mad. I'm not affirming him. I'm trying really hard now. When I first got him, my car broke down on the freeway, and he was in a plastic bag.
Oh no.
When he finally got home and adjusted, it was probably 3 hours in a bag after my fuel pump failed, and I could have been in a major accident, but I safely got to the side in a very hard to get place. But anyway, safe.
Yeah, I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad the fish is okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I named him Buena Suerte, which is good luck, and I thought he was female, so I've been calling him Buena. Should I change it to Bueno? What do you think?
I mean,
make it male.
Here's the thing, listening about this fish, he seems so scary and unapproachable. You're going to have to ask him.
He's terrifying.
Bueno. Yeah.
He has teeth and he'll kill anything.
Oh,
my God. Like, it's tough love.
Yeah. I like this is a beautiful, like, I'm like, this is a beautiful story of like two people from different worlds.
He nags me every day. I'm such a sucker.
He is so, like, I mean, I think that there's like something, he is so manipulative, and this is like, dare I say, cat and mouse, even though it's fish and human.
It is fish and human. You know, I think, Becky, you're onto something. Fish and human is more appropriate.
Yeah. Well, speaking of two people in a relationship, I have to ask you, have you ever read, before this book, a romance novel before?
God, I feel like Anne Rice might count because it felt like homo Victorian
Hmm.
romance. I read The Vampire Lestat, an interview with the vampire,
Hmm.
when I was desperate to be goth. So I was, a young teenager
Hmm.
trying to do all the things right, you
Yeah.
know, cross the T's, dot the I's, line the liner
read
on
read
my
the
eyes
vampire. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
badly, like just a big black circle. Cool. This looks
Yeah.
great.
And just do like
um,
a teardrop. You don't remember there's like a teardrop down your cheek or something? It was like I was crying all day. Just kidding, I'm emo.
uh, well, basically, yeah. But those are the only two I read, and I feel like that could count. But
Yeah.
otherwise, no.
Yeah. What is like do you like to read? Is that a hobby of yours in addition to hanging out with fish?
I like to read to them.
Mhm.
Um, I love reading,
Yeah.
and I've I've become a groupie at my library. It's so close
Aw.
by,
Yeah.
and I like to listen to audiobooks in the car if there are books where I don't need to follow a story.
I get that. I completely get that. Like audiobooks where it's like you can zone out but still like pay it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I totally, that's how I have to listen to them as well.
right. And I had to learn the hard way. I tried a few novels, and I was almost getting in accidents because I had to hear this dramatic part and make a left
Oh boy.
with
That's
no
rough.
light. Like, no, 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 no. This is bad. This is bad. I'm gonna stick to self-help.
Hmm. Yeah, I am definitely guilty. Like once I was like listening to oh gosh, it was like a good audiobook and I was driving, this was like in the winter when it was raining and I like we got those things of like no one leave, it's raining, but I went out anyway and I'm driving and I'm like I'll listen to an audiobook to relax and I like missed 45 minutes of this audio. So I had to like re-listen because I was so anxious driving in
Sure,
rain.
sure.
I mean, this was rain. It wasn't like lame rain like, LA rain. This was like it was pretty rainy. Like, it was lame. I'll be real. It was lame. I could have been. I would have been okay.
I'm glad you're okay because lame rain is obviously dangerous in LA. You go
Yeah.
anywhere with lame rain and you pass three accidents because the
Hmm.
sprinkles caused a three-way jam.
Yeah, because it's not necessarily like the rain itself; it's the people in the rain that cause
Yeah.
it. Do you know? So it's just like even if you're like, it's just rain, I can drive in the rain. It's like, yeah, of course you can drive in the rain. So many, like, everyone does.
You could. You
Yeah,
could.
exactly. Yeah, other people, no.
You know what I found the same experience with is extreme heat.
Mm.
And
Hmm.
so one of the very few bits of good advice my father gave me was that you might want to avoid driving on really hot days because some people don't have air conditioning and they
Mm.
drive crazy.
They need
I
that
think it's
wind.
true. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's true.
I mean, heat does make you incredibly angry, and like I do think there was like on the news. I remember like early like when like the heat wave first started, it was like mental health and heat, and it's like oh yeah, we should be talking about that. Like I mean, obviously there are people who are like literally dying, but yes, let's talk about our mental health as well. Now
It
you
should,
do
yeah.
voiceovers, right? You do voiceover.
I'm trying, baby.
Yeah.
I
Have
got
you?
my
Mhm.
closet and I scream in it very often,
Oh, I love it.
hoping to get them gigs. So
Hmm.
that's the dream for all of us. And I audition regularly. It's been
That's
a
great.
while that I've gotten something, but
It's
I'm
so
in it to
hard,
win
yeah.
it.
Would you ever do an audiobook or like a
Hmm,
romance novel? Because
that's
I'm like really like I mean just listening to it and you're listening to audiobooks yourself when it's a safe place and you can pay attention. Like, is it something that you've ever considered?
that is such a good question, Becky. And I've
Hmm.
asked myself multiple times if I'd ever dive into that. And it's just never appealed to me because I'm like a rocket ship. I'm a great performer when you put all the money in and all the gasoline, and then it goes up and it's spectacular, and then it
Hmm.
crashes down. We're
Sure.
done. Great. Okay, mission accomplished. The Luna 25 has exploded on the way to the moon, but wasn't it glorious on the way? That's me as a performer.
Okay.
After a session, I am down for the count. I need a while to recover. And I sound a little bad right now, but
No,
this is an example of how I might sound if I've done a lot of animation or video game auditioning, recording.
Yeah.
It's hard on my voice. So even speaking at a nice regular volume in my natural voice, with a little customer service aspect to it, even that for an extended period of time would be hard for me. So I think it more falls on me as a performer that's not as capable to do long haul recordings. It's so much.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like with animation, when you record, you can record like in a, let's say, a 4-hour period, you will record 4 different episodes of TV. But in a 4-hour period of an audiobook, you'll record like a third of a chapter. You know, it just like it feels so like
Gosh, I'm sure you've listened to audiobooks, recorded romance audiobooks.
Oh yeah, I've tried to. Like during the pandemic, I tried to do do ACX, you know, just to like have something to do. And
great.
There's like a few out there. I think they all got taken down actually. I don't know. But it was just like for randos, you know. This wasn't like Harlequin, you know, whatever. This was just like someone wrote a book and they just wanted a voice, and I found it like yes, I found it very taxing on my voice, but like I also like you have to edit it as well, and so editing your own voice like that would put me in a tizzy, and I think that was like the hardest thing because you're so like I'm listening to like every single like pop and mouth crack and you know all those she's making like she did like a little like fish faces as well, but you make mouth sounds and it's like I like kind of like started getting like compulsively annoyed by those like mouth sounds and I'm like oh boy, I can't edit this. This is hard stuff.
I should be asking you about this. You've actually dove in and tried it out. And did you finish a recording, like a whole book?
I was not a whole book. I've only been able to finish like short stories because like a whole book, like literally, I'd still be working on it because like it was like you know like it takes so long and it's like you're only getting paid in royalties, so it's like obviously like you need to. If you have to work, like you have to do that in your spare time. And like, I don't know, like I just, and also like with ACX, like all these people, it felt like, and I could be wrong, they all had these like nice recording stuff. And like, again, I have my closet, I use this microphone, you know, like I feel like the equipment that I had and like and I didn't have like a professional editing state. I'm editing on Audacity, you know, and it was like, oh boy, this is really hard. Like this is a lot of work and I don't have the patience.
The editing alone is so monumental. I have another question for you about it though.
Yes.
Did you have to differentiate characters? Like, did you have to put on a verbal mustache? You're like, oh, now I'm this guy.
I put on mustaches and I hoped that they could hear me. But I use the same voice.
You have to twist the corner a little bit.
Oh, yeah. And I talked in the same tone. I was just like, but I was twisting the mustache. And so I think they're like, now there's a performer.
Harlequin, here I come.
Yeah, here I come. It's like, oh, that writer voice sounds exactly the same, but I know she's twisting a mustache. It's funny, like I feel like there's like I like was again, this is during the pandemic and I had a lot of free time as we all did. And I'm like on, you know, I like went on YouTube and was like learning all of these like tutorials on how to do it. And I'm not saying that like there are people who know more, who are professional. This was just like a month-long period of my life where I was like really into it. And so there are like different things you could do. Like for some people, like when they speak as a character, they'll put their voice up an octave. So it'll be like, Celeste said, why are you doing that? You know what I mean? And then they'll talk like this whenever there's Celeste, like the whole time. And then when it's like a guy, if this is a female narrator, you know, like they'll like their voice will go real low and like yeah, exactly. They'll go, hello sir. But I was like talking to someone who does this, and she was like, you know, the sign of like a good like female audio narrator is when she can do a male voice and make it really sexy. You know, and I'm like, oh, that's so interesting. Of like this low draw and like, hey, babe. You know, it's like that's the sign of like, you got a good one. You got a good one, folks.
Wow. Maybe I should rethink this.
Yeah.
Do a short story with
Listen, here's the thing. I'll write one and send it to you.
Oh, great.
And not pay you at all, and it's going to be so much work.
Perfect. And you can edit it for me. It'll be great.
Absolutely. I would love to. It's my favorite thing to do in the world. Okay. All right. We got to talk about this book because we were talking about this is all well and good, but we do need to...
What if this was the whole podcast?
Don't think that that's haven't happened. Of like, because like you have me, like it's like, oh, I'll host a podcast, and it's like, do you want, like, listeners, do you want the podcast to be about what the title is? Because it's not gonna happen. You want me as a guest on your podcast, whatever the premises is. It's not gonna happen.
So
I'm
when
here.
do I plug myself for 10 minutes? No.
I'll be like, this morning I had flakes for breakfast, and then da-da-da-da-da. And they're like, this is a podcast about politics. And I'm like, oh, right. Yes, of course. Yes. The way, when you said that, I thought of this, and my brain exploded. Okay. So the book we are reading is Kiss Me at Midnight, a Romano family romance by Lucinda Whitney. And so here is a synopsis, and, I might be pronouncing things wrong. We all know that happens. Okay. At the Solomar Aquarium, Celeste takes care of marine animals that people don't see every day. But little does she know that she would crash into the man she never thought she'd see again, Felipe Romano. When the aquarium falls under his ownership, a surprise hits Felipe like a tidal wave when he sees Celeste. At first, it's because she's his employee, but then it's the realization that he never stopped loving her. But with workplace politics and hidden truths muddying these waters, can their romance be revived, or will it forever be lost at sea?
That was a better book. Just that description.
Is it, as a creative person, is it like it's hard for me, like when you do run into a book like this that just like doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't check off the checklist of like maybe things that we've learned in our creative educations is what makes a good story. Like, do you in your head are like, oh, if I were writing this, I'd do like XYZ. You know what I mean? Absolutely.
And I considered that there must be elevated material out there, and I don't want to diminish the genre at all by judging this book so harshly, but I know that romance listeners and readers deserve better. Like
yeah, I agree. Like,
there's more to get into.
Yeah,
there's so many potential moments that could have elevated and become something unique and memorable. Memorable, not rememberable.
Well, but both really. There you go. Well, like, I completely agree. Like, and it has nothing to do with the trope, which is, you have this romantic trope of it's a single mom. She doesn't have a lot of money. This rich guy, more or less, quote unquote, saves her. And it's like, that's a trope people love. Like, there's something in there. But it just, I feel like it was like color by numbers, but like they forgot to color in. You know what I mean?
That's a great way to put it. It could have been exciting, a lot of it.
Yeah. But I want to like talk about why maybe it wasn't that exciting. And for me, I think like if I were like going to give criticism, and here's the thing, there are parts about this book that I did like I wanted them to be together in the end. I love the locale. I love like some of the lines about love here and there. But I do have my pet peeves of when there's an antagonist, whoever is keeping these two apart, like isn't fleshed out. I'm just like, I for some reason I'm not on board. And in this instance, there really wasn't anything keeping them apart except for this faceless Alice that worked in their aquarium. Yeah.
Alice had as much duality as the bad guy in a children's story.
Bad guys in children's stories are more fleshed out than this is not.
Maybe that was offensive to Hans Christian Andersen.
He's rolling in his like weird grave of like teaching girls about menstruation by
Candy.
wolves. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, but like I think that as like a female woman myself, I sometimes like get really up in arms about like having this like bland antagonist in a story that all she is competition to our main female, and this antagonist, as you know, isn't fleshed out, doesn't have her reasons why like she is the way she is. And I just think it kind of relies on this like plot point of women are always going to be competitive against each other. And I think that maybe that's why like I was so like I don't like maybe, I mean, again, like couldn't get into this book as much as maybe I wanted to with other books because of that plot point.
Felt the same way too. I thought she was gonna make little noises and get red in the face and stomp away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, she had potential. I wanted to. People who are that vindictive have a really interesting backstory.
Exactly.
Why is she this nasty? And how smoking hot does she have to be to confidently put the moves on who is apparently a smoking hot boss?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You have to have some nerve, and you got to be a 10 or a 10 in this case. They're in Portugal. I don't know Portuguese, but something like that. She's got to be the 10 equivalent to lay everything on the line and put the moves on him, and really have no doubt that the plan might not work. Like, wow. I need her to be described in detail. Come on, for our not so straight readers, just give me something. Like, describe how hot this antagonist has to be, because now I'm interested.
Yeah, because I was very interested in her too, because then she does like this like turnaround. We were spoiling the book. I mean, it's fine. But like later on, she ends up firing Celeste for a workplace romance with the guy that she originally propositioned. And, you know, like all it was is just like, oh, this is vindictive. This is vindictive check. This is a vindictive check. And it's like, what is Alice? Like I wrote down again and again, who is Alice in like all caps, as like I don't know why flawed characters intrigue me more than non-flawed characters. That's where I am at right now. Alice was clearly the most flawed character, so for some reason I was more interested in her than anyone else.
Yeah, and what kind of Hitler level villain deserved her ending where he calls her out in front of 100 people?
Yeah.
And fires her in the most embarrassing way possible so that our main characters can feel warm in their heart and smirk and blush.
Yeah, I felt bad for her.
Me too.
He and there's like, you know, Celeste, the main character, and Felipe, they're like, you know, it's kind of a workplace romance, sort of. Like he owns the aquarium, but he also owns the entirety of the property, and she works at the aquarium.
And they never let us forget. We never get to forget for 1 minute that he's the boss.
He's the boss, applesauce.
He is not. Like, he is her boss. Now that he is the owner, after all, now that he is the owner, he is her superior. Okay.
Yeah.
We're not going to forget, ever.
No. It's like, we'll remember. Thank you. But Celeste, like, complains about, like, about Alice to him. And he then, like, reprimands Alice later on. And I thought, like, that kind of violates workplace stuff.
He's so shady.
Yeah.
They should call up that inspector that they made come and write him up.
They like, do they have an HR department? Is like, and I don't know what it is of just like, okay, we like it's I don't know when this book was written, but like, you know, I think it was written recently, but like we're like coming to a reckoning in the workplace right now. And maybe it's just like me noticing these things more now than I have maybe like 10 years ago if I read this book, of just like, whoa, that's not right. Well, I'm on Alice's side here. Like, no.
This behavior is unprofessional. If I was working with him, I'd have to pull him aside and go, listen, man, I love romance. This is great. This flirting, you gotta, I'm sorry, you took her kid into one of our rooms and they're staying here for free? Buddy.
It's a violation of power. It's a violation of power. Like, if it's like, and the thing is that I love a good billionaire. Like, I before was not into billionaire romance. Like, I think, like, because I'm like, fuck billionaires in real life. Like, whatever. Romance novel billionaires, I will read because the billionaires in real life are nothing like romance novel billionaires.
You're right. They pick up a shovel.
Exactly. Yeah, they pick up a shovel. The other romance billionaires that I have read, they are so philanthropic. They are so down to earth. They are literally like fairy godmothers where, like, you know how like a fairy, if like she's like, oh, I wish I had a pumpkin carriage, and the fairy godmother like waves her wand and comes in with a pumpkin carriage. In a billionaire romance novel, she'll be like, oh, I wish I had a pumpkin carriage. And you'd be like, well, you're in luck, babe, because I got a garage full of pumpkin carriages. Like, they're full-on fairy godmothers, and also they're sexy and all this stuff. I did not get that vibe from this character. It felt like what he was doing was just, like, crossing boundaries as, like, an owner, and it kind of made me very anxious in today's climate with billionaires being not so great people.
Yeah. Because billionaires who are not so great people also disregard boundaries professionally.
Absolutely. They take advantage. Yeah.
I think it would be a lot hotter if they were trying with all their might to keep it on the DL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it would be a lot hotter if there were like stakes in this book, because there really wasn't.
No, they're just swimming through.
Yeah, they're just swimming through. So basically, like, you have Alice, and she's kind of like this external thing of like keeping them apart because she's following the rules in their employee handbook. But like the main thing is that like Felipe used to be friends with Celeste's brother. Her brother passes, and Felipe like takes off because he feels guilty about it, and he just like kind of completely ditches Celeste. They're back in each other's lives, and so it's like they're ready to go. Like, it's clearly these, like, they're already like making plans to date in 5 minutes after they see each other. It's like very, very clear. But the only thing that's like keeping them apart is like, oh yeah, I forgot I left her a few years ago, or like, oh yeah, I forgot like he kind of took off after my brother died. Anyway, I'm gonna make him lasagna now. Like, it was like these like afterthoughts, and it was like I wanted like actual stakes. Like, I wanted to cry for these two people, and I wasn't crying for them.
Does he deserve pasta at this moment? This quickly? No.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So I want to go back to her character for a second. She's great. Like, I mean, like, hard worker. She has an interesting job, which I wanted to see more of. Did you want to see more fish interaction? I did.
I sure did, but I just more out of morbid curiosity, because this zoo, it's called an aquarium, but it's like a budget zoo, and there's a sea lion. It just sounds like a really bunk, rickety old animal welfare dubious facility that probably should get shut down.
Agreed.
It's got 2 carnival goldfish and a swan with bird flu,
which isn't even an aquarium. Like, I mean, no, I mean, I could be wrong, but like I used to love going to the aquarium because it's like it feels like you're on another planet, even though you're on Earth, and it's like you don't want to see, like, you want to feel like, oh yeah, there's a part of this planet that feels like another planet and it's Earth. Isn't that cool, kids? Like, but it's taking place outside on the pond with a swan, and no offense to swans, but like, you're not the main attraction of aquariums. So.
Oh gosh, the morbid curiosity part comes from what I think she might believe about fish.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember that when her son is feeding the swans, which, by the way, if you let your child get close to a swan, you need to sit down with some parenting classes because they are vicious.
I have been chased by either a goose or a swan. No offense against them. Both of them scare me. They are both,
Oh,
yeah,
I'm so
scary.
sorry. Did you try and pet them or feed them and you
Well,
got attacked?
of course I was.
You graceful bitches.
Yeah. What else was I gonna do? Not make
Not.
them annoyed?
Yes, so she lets her son feed the swans. And in the book, she says the swans feed the fish by
Mm,
dropping the pellets in the water for the fish. Okay, would you feed a, a hot, juicy prime rib? No, you'd eat the prime rib.
right.
You
Yeah.
wouldn't feed it.
It was very
The birds eat the
odd.
fish. What is going on? Why are they displayed in the same area? They're going to be very expensive food for the
Yeah.
birds.
It was very confusing. And like there was like I think a level about it that like I am like I mean aside from those geese and swans, but like I like care about animals and stuff, and I think like also there was like a level of like it felt like this place was like what if a hotel in Las Vegas was like we're going to have an aquarium and
Perfect.
that was this, and so and it makes you so nervous for those animals, and I
That's
felt very
exactly right.
nervous.
Very much so. The Tiger King of aquariums.
It, yes, it felt so Tiger King of like great, it's attached to a hotel, but like I was just like, I like I know that it was closed down to tourists. There wasn't
We
like
know.
it just felt like this
You know
abandoned
why? You know why,
aquarium.
Becky? You know why it was closed to tourists? Because one
Yeah.
of the fish ate a fish keeper's arm.
While the kids were there on a field trip.
I will never recover from this financially. That is
Hmm.
what the old boss said before he died.
Exactly. Yeah. Or he could be in jail and a cult
Yes.
leader. We don't know. No, he died. We find that out. I will say like part of me like liking aquariums growing up. Like there was like one paragraph when we like first meet her where they like talk about her day and she's like cutting up food for the fish and she feeds them, and I thought that was cool. I was like, this is
Me
fun to
too.
read about.
Yeah, I don't enjoy how every time they talk about the aquarium creatures, they would say the animals and the fish, like it
Mm,
was a supermarket. The meat
mm,
and the seafood,
yeah.
taking care of the animals and the fish.
Yeah.
uh, what are fish?
I know. Like, I mean, I like it's like fish are like, what? We're not animals. We're
No,
not animals.
they're not. But yes, I enjoyed hearing about the feeding too.
Mm-hmm. Because it's just like she's wearing a butt. Like I don't know. Like I guess when you like, did you go to aquariums when you were a kid? Like, was that something you
Hmm.
did?
I don't remember my parents ever taking me to one, but I like the way you described it, like being in another world and the
Yeah,
glasses just there. Oh no, I went to SeaWorld before I knew anything about
we all did.
husbandry. Like I loved it.
We all did. We all do. Come on, let's
Yeah.
be real. They're, I don't know if you've seen their commercials lately. They're saving the animals. So, and I believe them 100%.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. Thanks for clearing that up.
If you watch their commercials, it's like if you go to SeaWorld, you're a hero. You know what I mean? Like that is what they're like advertising, and it is so uncomfortable.
If you don't come, we will slap a whale
Yeah,
for every person not coming.
you not being here kills a whale is like what they're telling us.
There's a gun held up to the dolphin's head.
Yeah, it's like if you don't come, listen,
Yeah.
we don't know. Um there was like it kind of reminded me like during the pandemic. I don't know why this book made me think of the pandemic a lot, but it did for some reason. Maybe because like she was kind of they both were kind of like alone, and they're like coming back into the world after being alone.
Yeah.
But I like during the pandemic I was following like this Instagram account where it was like it was like this was at a real like aquarium, not like a Sea World kind of thing. Like this was, but it was like they would like the penguins were just like walking around like loosely around the aquarium, like and like there's like these cute little baby penguins like hopping on the stairs, and I wanted more of that. It just didn't feel like she was into what she was taking care of, which I understand, like, a job's a job. I get that. Like, no, even if you have a job you love, things are gonna, like, suck some days, and it's just like, oh, this old thing. But, like, I just wanted to see a woman passionate about fish, and I think something like that would have helped elevate this book so much. Like, a fish nerd, you know? It would affect her, like, even though it's, like, seems so crazy as to, like, oh, why would her loving fish be, like, whatever, but, like, seeing someone who's passionate about something does affect their actions in their personal life, and I think this book could have used that.
Oh yeah, imagine she has a moment with a sea bass and she relates it to Antonio. What is his name?
Felipe. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Felipe. Like, oh, he is much like Felipe.
Yeah.
Graceful but hardened.
Or there could be like a moment where like he owns this aquarium and he's like, like, or you know, whatever. He's like, oh, I have this aquarium. Like he thinks he wants to sell it and she wants him to save it, which she makes an argument. Like she gives him a packet and she's like, this is my argument, and then stops fighting, you know, whatever. Like she just like was not whatever. But like I wanted a moment where like she was like monologuing about like this something fish, and she says something so beautiful about this fish and relating it to life and love and opening your heart, you know, just like something absolutely miraculously beautiful about fish. And I wanted him to be like in his head, I fucking love her. I love her. I wanted that scene so bad, and it just wasn't there.
Yeah. She doesn't need the marine biologist degree that she lied about. She doesn't need that at all.
No.
Because she's so wise. She knows all about this fish. You know, and at the end, when, you know, he's leaning in on being fake dad.
Yes.
And trying to marry her, they could have had a mouth-brooding male fish taking care of eggs and like, oh, isn't it nice how he steps in? And then, you know, Felipe shows up like, you know what else is like that mouth-brooding fish taking care of the eggs? This guy.
Yes. More. Yes. Thank you. More metaphors in that goofy voice. Like I wanted it to sound like that.
I'm gonna do the audiobook and make him sound like that.
Please. No, but you're right. It's like they're like I wanted fish metaphors, and like, you know, I like the thing is that as I'm sure you know, like fish and humans have our commonalities, you know, and it's like you want to learn something about yourself through the fish you work with. Like I wanted, like I understand like that stuff that's been done before, and it's like, oh, whatever, but it's like it's not that even that's the case. Like don't put nothing there, and I felt like there was nothing there.
They were just atmosphere, and I think she tried a little bit with the swan, the sick swan. It should have been an aviary then.
Thank you. Yeah.
Like if you want to go bird metaphor, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's make it a bird sanctuary.
Oh my God. I would read it if it was a bird sanctuary. But like this felt like, you know, just like a rundown aquarium. I felt scared for the fish. I even felt bad for like the birds, you know, because it's like if no one's like, oh, I'm going to run an aquarium, but only take care of the birds. Like no one's taking care of anything, you know, if they're not taking care of anything.
There's a sea lion mentioned once.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
It makes me so scared. It took the romance out of this book. Where
Becky, the commercial for the aquarium when it starts up again is going to be like the modern SeaWorld aquarium commercials. You gotta come,
or this sea lion will suffocate.
Yeah, just choking it.
Or we will keep feeding these swans over this sea lion if you don't come. Do you really want to be a part of that?
Yeah.
She has a son who likes the swans. So it makes sense, okay, why there would be a focus on the swans. But if I were writing this, I would make the son obsessed with fish. Like, it just felt like, I mean, it's another thing of this trope that, like, also kind of really gets me is, like, kids. Like, I love, kids are, good job. They're great. You know, great job.
Good job, readers. Thank you.
Thank you so much. But like, I find kids in a lot of these books very, very annoying when they are cute 100% of the time. I
Oh my
hate it.
gosh, can you imagine a full out tantrum in the hotel?
Do you know how
That
much
would have been great.
I would have loved to read that. Like, and it's like, and it's not even that, like, yes, like, kids have tantrums, but it doesn't mean that they're like these little like devil kids. Like, they like yesterday, like, you know, my niece was like called someone mean, and it's like that, and that person is far from mean, you know. She was just like meanie, you know, and it's like that's so cruel and harsh, but she's also two, and I like wanted those moments of like
That's all they can be.
yeah, like that's all they know.
Kids.
They're still
Yeah.
figuring out their emotions, and like they're not like they're. I don't want to read a book about a child in a book who's like way more mature than me, and I think maybe that's
Yeah.
he was way more emotionally mature than I was.
If this kid was that smart, he would have sniffed out what's going on real fast. Like, why do you want to be with mommy? Why
I
are you
know.
why have you been single these years? Do you have erectile dysfunction,
He
sir?
would know, yeah,
He
because
would
he'd be
know.
like, because he's also a smart kid, and he's like, oh, I read
Yes.
about that, like,
In my You need someone to talk to about your situation?
yeah,
There must be something else going on,
like
sir.
I have an app on my phone that I developed because I'm such a smart kid.
You're a billionaire and you've been single this whole time?
Yeah, it's like really. Well, he was, to be fair, for Felipe A. He was building. Where was he? He was like in somewhere building water. Like he was helping. He was doing
Yeah.
something charitable, like, you know, helping build like irrigation in like a third world
Canals.
country. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Which honestly, like,
No
I would
time to
have rather.
date?
Yeah, like I
Oh,
would have
okay.
rather seen that, you know, or like him like I don't know. It's just like weird where he's like, okay, done being charitable now. Here I am, ready to start my story, you know. And it's like I don't know why that rubbed me the wrong way.
I'm done doing all the icky stuff.
Yeah, I'm done working with those people. Now I got to work with someone.
Oh,
Now I
yeah.
got to work with someone who's just a step up and save them. So it's like, okay, I spent a month, you know, with the irrigation helping a third world country. I saved them. Now let me move up and find a single mom who lives in an apartment, and then I'll just be Nobel Prize winning dude.
Yeah. See you later, third world country that needs help.
Yeah, exactly. That's like exactly how it felt. And it's like again, like he needed more flaws, and if like he didn't have, and even like both of them needed flaws, but they both needed good qualities as well. They just had no qualities. They were just like woman,
No
man,
qualities.
good night.
Well, a really missed opportunity for a bad quality would be the mystery behind why Felipe blames himself for his friend's death. I
Yeah.
thought for sure they were both drunk. I thought for sure somebody who carries this weight of guilt so hard must really be responsible in some way. But then they just came up with some little like, oh, I was guilty because I wasn't with him. Like, what?
Yeah.
No, I wanted you to be both binge drinking, swerving,
Yes.
heads out the window, waving, hollering, and then he survived the crash. That is what I thought the guilt was.
I thought so too. Like I thought like, oh, he had something to do with it. It was just like, oh, he wanted to like ask Celeste out that night, so he ditched her brother to go be with Celeste, and her brother sober like takes a motorcycle and is hit by another drunk driver, you know, and that's how so like Felipe is like carrying around all this weight, and it feels so fake because it's just like he's like, oh, it's my fault, it's all my fault, it's all my fault, and it's like it's not, and you know it's not, you know what I mean? Like
you're still
it's
a good guy. You're just a basically good guy this whole time, this whole book.
Yeah, it's like, you want to? Are you? It felt like he was fishing for a woman, fishing for a woman.
I wish.
to tell him he's a hero, you know, and it was just like, okay, well, she did, you know. I just like could not. These people didn't feel like, I know that they were book characters, but they just didn't feel real to me. I just like felt like I was writing a first draft. It felt like a first draft.
I like what you said about color by number, because everything was kind of there.
Yeah, what? Yeah.
But it was like describing what happened on the evening of a night, and you're telling the details to a cop. There's nothing
Yes.
else going on.
Yes, that's
He was
exactly
here,
it.
and she was there, and this happened, and that
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah. Yeah, there was no mood, there was no passion. There were craft qualities that I felt were missing in this book that like does me as a reader a disservice when this is my world, like this is the world where I want to escape to and all this stuff, and I just like didn't feel like it didn't feel like the writer tried, you know. and and
No.
and I'm sure, and this is nothing against the writer, like I'm sure, you know, whatever, it could have this she could have written this and been like, this is the best thing I've ever written, and she's proud of herself. Oop, that's great. But it did feel like, just compared to like a lot of the other books that I've read, this just felt like so phoned in, and I like
Yeah.
was like, I don't know, I just felt like that, like I was being made fun of in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I noticed this is a part of a huge series of
Yeah.
very similar books.
Yeah. And
It's a
so I
family.
just assumed maybe the other books, like, you know, like it's like, you know, when you're just like, you start out, it's like the rocket ship metaphor that you use. Like maybe the first few books are good, and then like this is when she got like, was like kind of burning out a little bit. But it was just like, I just felt like it was like, oh, I'll put this in there because the romance lovers like this. Send, you know, and it's like, no, we want creativity.
Yeah, you deserve better. I think the laziest moment was near the end. Well, for anybody listening, um, there's some politics mentioned about who is in charge at the aquarium
Hmm.
when the aquarium owner dies.
Yes.
And he has a notebook,
Hmm.
and it, Alice, the mean lady, calls into dispute her Celeste's work and how she maintains records and her duties and blah blah blah. And at the end, there's kind of it's like sort of a Deus ex machina. This book solves all the problems. It's
Hmm.
a notebook that the previous owner kept privately
Hmm.
in his own handwriting.
Hmm.
Happens to have the answers to their questions upon opening it and never looking at it before. Excuse me, if you have a moleskin with you at all times to keep notes in your own handwriting, tell me it's not full of drawings and half thoughts and BS that an audience of people can't
Hmm.
see on a PowerPoint and understand.
Yeah.
How did that solve all the problems?
It's too
Just
easy.
here is all of my record keeping on this one employee.
Yeah. And it took like so long. And it was just even like plot wise, like outlining this plot, like, you know, like I feel like there were those like plot holes of like, well, why didn't you get the book earlier? You know what I mean? Or you know, it's like, I don't want to be like caught with those questions. Like if like I would be caught, like the fact that I was caught having those questions is like, okay, well, if I'm like stuck on this, then maybe it's because I wasn't connecting to the characters. And if I'm not connecting, you know, it's
Mhm.
like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, they should have just opened that notebook and had to page through pages and pages of weird drawings and
Yeah, or like
lunch
yeah,
orders.
yeah, like doodles. Like
Doodles.
I for some reason would just like color in the lines, you know, and just like make different
Oh
patterns.
yeah,
Like that's the
the
majority of my
S,
notebooks. Yeah, the two,
like the
yes,
S from high school.
yeah,
It's just pages and pages of that S.
yeah,
In one moment,
exactly.
we will find the record keeping of Celeste. Okay, it's another.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
Nope,
This
nope,
is
nope.
a game of hangman. Okay, no.
Okay, it's another S.
Nope,
It's oh, what
another S.
smiley face? Smiley
Oh,
face.
yes.
Okay, they're really into the smiley face. Oh, and they're drawing a lot of shoes. They're in the shoe era.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
okay.
When I die, please do not open any of my private notebooks for 100 people.
It was all in all too easy. But okay, I do want to talk about things that we liked about the book because
Sure.
I don't want to go down like too negative a path. Um I will say like I loved the location of this book. Like it felt very pretty. It was a place where I wanted to go. You know what I mean?
Same. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was painted well. I could
Mhm.
see where we were. It was
Yes.
nice.
Absolutely. I will say, like, you know, I even though these characters weren't fleshed out, like I did think like they weren't dumb, you know, like which was like I think a good thing, you know, like they weren't fleshed out, but like she didn't like make them like totally like why is he looking at me like that? You know what I mean? Like it was like okay, you're aware of your surroundings and it's like okay, like you didn't underestimate our intelligence like
Well,
that much.
the one time I think she did though is she seemed surprised that he wanted to sell the aquarium. Like, oh, okay, come on. There were businessmen walking around the property with him.
Oh yeah, and it's been
You know
closed.
that.
Yeah, it's been closed for months. So clearly, if something's closed, like they don't like, and for no reason whatsoever, they're giving you some bureaucratic reason. It's like they're trying to sell the property, you
Yeah,
know?
but I hear you. Otherwise, it could have been dumbed down more, but it wasn't
Right. Yeah.
entirely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I I also maybe this book didn't have any sex in it, and not that like that's bad or anything, but yes, I think that was also I didn't realize that like this is it's like a close I guess that term is closed door romance where like all of the sex happens, you know, in between the pages, like between the chapters, not like I'm assuming, but there wasn't like I guess maybe I wanted like I don't read a lot of closed door romances is my point, but
Is that a real term? I like it. Is
yeah,
that a term that people use? Okay.
yeah, because it used to be like clean and dirt. Like clean romance meant you have no
Oh.
sex, and dirty romance meant you have sex. But there's like a weird like clean, dirty kind of connotation to that. So I feel like a lot of people are like open door, closed door.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
to kind of take away the stigma that like sex is dirty. Which,
Okay.
yeah, you know, which is great, understandable. But I think like I could be wrong, but like even if something is like closed door, like there's still steam to be had, and I wanted steam. I think there could have been like I just had to like picture the steam in my head when I wanted more like I wanted to see that they were sexually attracted to each other, even if they weren't having sex on the page for us.
Right, like things shifting or clothes getting mussed. I wanted to say, Becky, that the hottest moment in the whole book was when he cleaned her apartment. Oh yeah, that was the closest I got to some fireworks.
That was hot.
That was so hot.
It was hot because he like did the dishes.
Oh,
Like he's
oh yeah.
like he's a good guy. Like it's like clear from the get-go he's a good guy to the point where there's nowhere for him to grow to. Like he's already like the second he comes into her apartment he's already cleaning, which was great. I loved it.
He sounded very attractive, so I see what you mean. Like let's get sexy in here.
Yeah.
We're good-looking
Yeah.
people.
Absolutely. Like I thought that like I know this was supposed to be like a sweet romance of two people reuniting, but like even in sweet romances, that like we gotta get a little like
More than blushing.
yeah, like feral a little bit. Like like we like I know that they're fish animals, but humans are also animals, you know. Yeah, exactly.
Are you a Simpsons fan?
I am, yeah.
I felt like Millhouse the whole time screaming, when are they gonna get to the fireworks factory?
Yes. It's exactly how I felt. Like it took them a long time to just even kiss, you know? And it's so weird because it's like it's not like they could have waited for the kiss as long as it did, but I just like there was no steam up until that point, so it was just like okay. When are they horny? When are they
horny? Well, to speak positively,
yes, I know. I feel like I should be doing that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
I'm doing terrible.
mining what I liked, and I certainly liked a lot of the interactions with the perfect child. He was too perfect, but I was charmed.
Sure.
And at the end of the book, I actually really liked the choice to have the kid involved in the proposal. That was really, really sweet. And he made a picture frame with heart-shaped stones because Felipe said when she was a teen, she would collect heart-shaped stones. I thought that was the most creative choice in the book for character development. Like that's a really sweet,
it was
thoughtful
very
thing.
sweet.
And that warmed my heart. Didn't Didn't warm anything lower, but it warmed my
was
heart.
warm.
Yeah.
I will say, the fact that Lucas, who's her son, and Felipe had that connection. Like, I think from an animalistic part, oh, that is attractive. Like, you see, he's a caretaker and stuff, and it's like, okay, I can see that. The beauty in that. Again, you could have been revved up a lot more. It's sexy to see Felipe with Lucas talking about ducks, but it'd be sexier to see him tell him no, we're not eating candy for dinner. You know what I mean? And then Lucas being you're right.
Throwing his iPad across the room.
Yeah.
And then apologizing later. He's like, I'm so sick of Paw Patrol. I acted out of hand. I'm sorry.
Exactly. Or just asking really dumb questions, or just saying really dumb things, and Felipe just navigating around that so flawlessly. I'd be like, this guy, he's sexy. This is a sexy man.
Ooh, that would be such a great book.
Yeah.
Kids that actually say things like real kids would say.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, I love when the deadbeat dad shows up.
Yes.
At the door.
And it's, again, your stereotypical deadbeat dad,
Very.
Yeah. And I thought in that scene, for me, I thought Felipe overstepped his boundaries there. Again, because we didn't have any character development, and so I just got nervous,
Well, yeah, when he said, and who are you? I was reading it saying the same thing, dude, who are you? You're not my kid's father. Who are you, dude? I think any father, deadbeat or not. Yes. Good beat, alive beat, dead beat.
Yeah, dead or alive beat. Yeah,
dead alive beat.
Whatever beat you want to be. Of course, if you're going to see your son, someone opens the door and it's a stranger. I would freak. Yeah, I would freak the fuck out. I'd be so livid.
Good point. Yeah, that was overstepping.
Yeah,
I would have wanted to get a lot of answers right away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway.
Look, this is my kid to mistreat, all right?
Yeah.
I'm going to forget to feed him dinner on my terms.
Yeah, excuse me, but I'm the one who's going to make up excuses that I can't be there for their birthday party, not a stranger. I have a right as a parent.
How dare you forget to pick him up from daycare? That's my job. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, do you have any final thoughts on this book?
Yes.
Okay.
What is the deal with this title? It has nothing to do with Cinderella. Yet the title is Kiss Me at Midnight. I guess midnight was the time when they kissed in the book.
Yes.
Give me something, give me a little joke, oh, I notice it's midnight. Better get to the car before it turns to a pumpkin, something.
Yeah, exactly. I had that question too of why is it called Kiss Me at Midnight? I was 75% of the way in, and I'm why is this called Kiss Me at Midnight? And then it was oh, they have their kiss at midnight, but again, what you said, there should have been a fleshed out magical moment, and it wasn't it was A to Z and not A to C. I don't know.
Yes,
it
perfect.
was yeah.
Exactly. And my final comment on this book is that this is truly the funniest item I've ever had stolen from my person.
We didn't talk about that. Okay. You ordered the print book and someone stole it off your doorstep.
I think it was worth $7 for the laugh of having somebody steal a romance novel. It's my gain here. I don't think it's my loss. It's too funny.
I find it very funny that they're we got something good. And they wanted it to be an iPhone, and nope, it's a paperback book, and it's would, and this is something just you want something that you could resell for $200, and then you get it, and it's a $7 thing made of paper and just like seeing the heartbreak that comes from like, I just did something illegal for this.
For this.
Like,
I do wish I saw the quality of the book because I assumed it was self-published, and I wanted to see what the hard copy looked like.
Of course, yeah. And some people, it's easier to read a hard copy than
it
on
is.
Your phone.
That's why I ordered it that way.
Yeah.
So if the person who stole it was a straight guy, I hope he feels very heterosexual about his winnings.
Yes.
I hope you feel so hetero about what you got today. Just very, very secure.
Mm-hmm. Be like, I
Straight
brought
as an arrow.
You'll never believe what I got today, folks. I scored. And I want to say to that person, please come on the show and tell me about your thoughts of the book, because are we being too... I do want, like, if you read this, like, whoever's listening, and you read this book and that you stole, what I would love to hear your opinions. And
I hope you loved it. I hope you absolutely loved it. You're welcome.
That I feel like that person will be like, well, this is the best book I've ever read. And, you know, I hope that's the case. But if that person who stole the book wants recommendations for like really good romance novels, look, tstlpodcast@gmail.com. Like, I'll help you out. But I think the moral of the story is, you know, if not everyone orders really expensive things off of Amazon and leaves it on their doorstep, I think is what.
Oh, God.
Well, Renie, this was so much fun.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being a guest.
You're welcome. And if you have worms, my fish would be so happy to guest on your show sometime.
Oh my God, worm romance. That's what it is. Yeah. Well, thank you to you and your fish, and to that guy who stole your book. Fuck you to that guy. But thank you.
Yeah, if they have any comments, they could mail it to my P.O. box, which is the laundry room that had a possum in the dryer recently. Like they can mail correspondence to that.
Yeah, the possum will take it and give it to you. Yeah. Be sure to check out the show notes if you'd like links on today's book. You can also visit the episode page at tstlpodcast.com if you'd like to read Becky's synopsis. Too Stupid to Live is part of the Frolic Podcast Network. For more podcasts you'll love, visit frolic.media/podcasts. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great rest of your day.